Because they've only been paying principal. Or interest. Not principal at all.
Then you come in for day all time trying to start.
When was
March.
But I'm
That happens in March.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I'm getting pain right in that metatarsal.
Is that the foot that you smashed?
Yep.
Goodbye.
No, it's not the foot I smashed. It's the one that
You haven't even really been running?
But the movements of the upstairs are very similar to
What made it go away last time? You stopped running for a while, right?
I stopped doing anything on it and put it in that boot.
Pie was really good and berries in there.
So I never answered your question.
I know.
You asked me if I liked my job.
Yeah.
I like the gig, but the job is very demanding. And
I would
it's-
imagine.
And it's very, it takes a lot from me. So,
Yeah.
give or take. It's a,
And finding a place where you like the gig is tough.
and the work, I know. So
Yeah.
it's that balance. And since I give a shit about what I do,
Yeah.
you know, it would be easier if I was just an auditor and didn't give a shit.
Right.
But management and auditors just naturally don't. I mean, I walk around with a big target on my back. And management can't seem to do things that they want to without blaming it on the auditors.
Oh, right.
Or the regents, or the board of regents. Because they don't want to deal with the political sphere in their own little tiny world.
Right.
So it's like, oh, the auditors are making us do it.
Yeah.
Or the regents are making us do it. But then in the same breath, they'll blame the auditors and the regents in micromanaging their affairs. So it's only if they want something done
Yeah.
for their own. So it's a very, it takes its toll on me.
Yeah.
But I can't complain about getting to work from home.
Oh, yeah, no,
And
right?
I have so much flex time. I travel so much. My flex time is just, you know, I take 90 minutes to 2 hours off in the middle of the day
Yeah.
to do all my errands.
Yeah, and you could it would be difficult finding another job where you could do those things. And those things are so important because weekends, you don't really want to spend your time getting the things done that you couldn't during the week. And half of those you can't get done during the week.
Right, I get more done on the weekend work-wise
Yeah,
because I have all my errands
taken care of.
taken care of, and I'm never in rush hour. I hate it. I'm in rush hour traffic so not so often
Right.
that when I find myself in rush, it's just like, talk about road rage.
I know.
It's like,
I know. That's how I am because I'm never in it, you know. And then when I'm in it, I'm like, it's excruciatingly painful because I'm not.
because there's
in
a
it.
lot of idiots out there. So to answer your question, I like
Yeah.
the gig,
Uh-huh.
and I'm smart enough to know that I would never be, and I don't have to go to a cubicle
Yeah.
every day. I don't have to deal with office politics.
Right.
I don't have to deal with the
Because
one
that stuff's
person
everywhere, you
the
know.
one person that brings the tuna casserole in and heats it up in the microwave and then gets the whole office. I don't have to deal with any of that.
That's so funny. I ordered Subway platters for Vaughn's birthday party, and on the one I put no tuna. And I'm like, and the guy's like, you don't want tuna in this? I'm like, no, because it stinks. I'm like, I don't want my party smelling like tuna.
Yep.
He's like, okay, I'm like, anything but tuna.
Anything but tuna.
Tuna casserole.
So I've developed this to, my boss and I have a little bit advantage in dealing with this scenario that I was describing earlier than the campus auditors that report to my boss but have to live on the campus.
Oh, okay.
And see, part of the governance change that occurred was the auditors used to report to the president on each campuses. And the presidents used to report directly to the Board of Regents.
Okay.
And right before my boss came on board and a year later I came on board, the governance change was made that the auditor, the system auditor, the chancellor and my boss are the only two employees that are hired and report directly to the Board of Regents.
Oh, okay.
All the presidents and management report directly to the chancellor, and all the auditors report to my boss.
Oh, okay.
So that's a little bit of a change, and the presidents don't like it.
Oh.
And
Because they're being left out of the loop.
well, they can't get because if you administer the audit function, then you can pretty much tell the auditors what they will and will not look at.
Yeah.
So that
I
you
see. They
avoid
have more control over what you're auditing.
what you audit, what you comment on, what you perceive as your purview.
Okay.
And to answer your question that you asked in there, traditionally, the system office has gotten like $1.5 million in appropriated funds.
Mm-hmm.
The chancellor makes $500,000. Okay, so we can't even cover our salary with the appropriated funds we get every 2 years from the state. So the presidents have a lot of control over what the system does and doesn't do, simply because we fund everything we do with the chargeback cycle with the largest campus having the largest pro rata percentage.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when the presidents are flipping the bill like that, they tend to be very vocal about what it is that the system is going to, any initiative that the system will and will not do. So it's very political.
Okay.
Very political.
Yeah.
If you want to get something done, and even, so we could save everybody a whole bunch of money if we centralized the banking function at the, entered into a contract at the system level for all of the campuses. And I don't know, it was like $5 million that we could have saved in routine banking expenses. But the campuses were not going to have any of it because they maintained that the local connection was more important to them than saving $5 million. So, the CFO wanted to know who they were talking to when they picked up the phone. So that's why the campuses have such a large say.
Yeah.
And to get anything done, it's a huge battle.
I'm sure.
And the way that I figured out to get stuff done in higher ed, you have to be willing to let stuff drop.
Oh, yeah.
Pick up another thread, take it as far as you can, let that drop,
Yeah.
and just have so much subterfuge going on that nobody really is paying attention to what's actually occurring. and to what's really occurring underneath. That's the only way you get stuff done. It's sad.
Is that clock right, Jay?
It is, yeah. I'm all done here.